I'm Dawn Rakes, and here's my outline. It's several pages long, and I'm doing my informative speech today on childhood obesity across America. Do you ever wonder why our children are so overweight in America? Is it society-based? Is it parents? Is it a little bit of both that are contributing to obesity in America? Well, according to the CDC, 2 times more children and 4 times more adolescents are obese today than 30 years ago, and that's a pretty alarming number. And unfortunately, I'm part of the obesity problem in America because when I took my child to the doctor a few weeks ago, the doctor said that he's borderline obese. So my son's 6'1", 245, and 14 years old. So that really wanted me to inform other parents about this issue of obesity. This is affecting our children psychosocially, mental, and physically. And there are things that we can do to make changes in our lifestyle and in our homes and in our society to curb this epidemic problem across America. So why are our children so overweight? There's factors contributing to this excess weight. The calories that they consume from sugary beverages is causing a problem. They're eating larger portion sizes. They are eating higher calorie density foods, and there's more meals being ate away from home. Society is so fast-paced these days. Children are no longer eating meals at home. Parents pick up meals for convenience, and these meals are filled full of extra calories. Another contributing factor is inadequate physical activity. Kids are inside the house. They're watching TV, playing video games on the internet. This is leading to overweight. They're also not outside playing, and if they do need to go somewhere, parents take them in their car. You no longer see children walking or riding their bikes or their skateboards. And there's a lack of exercises within the school system. Kids in school are either not participating at school. My daughter says kids will just sit on the bench and refuse to participate in PE, and they're not made to. And there's also lack of funding in some schools for PE. There's also limited access for children to have parks and facilities to exercise at. Some children do not live in safe areas where this is capable for them to have exercise, so they're stuck inside after school and on the weekends. So how is obesity affecting our children? Well, according to helpguide.org, physically, mentally, and psychosocially. First, the physical health problems that are being seen is high blood pressure. High blood pressure is the major concern that's showing up in children 9, 10, 11 years old. And this is dangerous because untreated it leads to blindness, it leads to kidney failure, it leads to strokes and heart attacks. There's also type 2 diabetes being seen, breathing problems, sleeping problems, and joint problems. Joint problems are affecting hips and knees from the extra weight that's on the body. It's not only affecting our children physically, it's also affecting our children psychosocially and mentally, according to helpguide.org. They're having decreased self-esteem with being overweight, and decreased self-esteem also leads to lack in appearance, where they're not fixing themselves up or fail to keep their clothes neat or wash their hair or take showers on a daily basis. And of course, with the lack of parents in the overweight, leads to teasing and bullying and depression. And with teasing, bullying, depression comes risky behavior, drugs, alcohol, and possibly even suicide in worst case scenarios. So we need to look out for those factors within our children. What can we do as parents in society? Well, the government has started a program within the school systems. Actually, Michelle Obama decided in 2010 that she was going to initiate healthier guidelines for America's children within the school system, according to Hollywood Life webpage. And so far, the changes that have shown to take effect are making a difference is obesity is down by 43% in kids ages 2 to 5. But we still have other age groups that we still need to focus on. But that's definitely a work in progress. Ms. Obama has changed the government's meals at school. She wants the school systems to have increased vegetables, fruits, whole grains in lunches, and school lunches are supposed to have limited calories, fat, and sodium. These standards are supposed to be mandated in year 2013, and they are also regulated by the government now. Not only are our school lunches are being affected by standards from the government, but also vending machines in the school also have standards that have to be upheld. They're also cutting sugar, sodium, fat out of drinks and food within the vending machines. And my daughter states her school, pretty much the only thing you can drink is water or milk. So that's a change. Also, foods that are served or drinks, first ingredient can be either water, fruit, vegetables, whole grains, or protein. So that's a start on the right page because kids were just going out and getting vending machine food instead of food from the lunches. So they had to put a stop to that also. Part of the government systems inside the school is starting the Fit Kids Act. This act is part of the No Kids Left Behind Act that was added onto it. According to the OAC website, kids are supposed to have 150 minutes of exercise a week in the elementary school and 225 minutes of exercise a week for high school and middle school students. They are also supposed to report card that has PE on it, supposed to be sent home to every family member so they know how their child's participating. And there's increased funding going to sports in the school. But the government is also making changes not only inside but outside of the school. There's tax credits that are being given to grocery stores that move out into areas where there is no grocery stores for fresh food. There's a $400 million tax credit according to the CDC website for these grocery stores. Kids that live in these areas are just eating foods from convenience stores, and obesity is high in these areas. They also have made changes to have calories mandated on serving on sides of labels for food. So all food labels are on sides of food, so we know how many nutrition is in our food, how many calories, and serving sizes. And also restaurant menus have to have information as far as how many calories are being ate. So when you go to McDonald's and you get a large fry, Coke, and Big Mac, you know exactly what you're getting for yourself or for your children. But according to the CDC Parents website, parental involvement is the biggest factor. As parents, we need to limit sugar and snacks in the home. We need to plan meals. We need to limit television or electronics to 2 hours a night, according to the Mayo Clinic website. Daily exercise is a must. We must be a role model for our children. They will do and act like we do. If we eat healthy and have healthy foods, they will follow that. Also, we don't need to reward our children with food emotionally. If we reward with food, then that puts the opponent on it as food's emotional reward. So food should only be used for nutritional and hunger purposes. And it's also important to discuss any emotions with our children that we see that's affecting them. Depression, their lack of appearance, or any type of teasing and bullying going on in our overweight children. As society and parents, we do have to work together to make change. But in closing, I just want to recognize the factors that is seen to cause obesity, increased calories and not enough activity, and realize that these do affect our children, not only physically but mentally and psychosocially. But if we all work together and work and change and participate among the school systems and in the government, we can make a change everywhere and even in our home. And as a mother of an obese child, I have made changes in my home, and my son is already feeling better and on the way to losing weight. So we can do small things that do make a difference. Thank you. And here's my paper.